Is patience a pathway to peace?
Patience might be a piece, but I think acceptance is how you get to peace.
Patience ultimately holds acceptance in it. I never viewed myself as super patient, but people have told me, they're like, yeah, you got so much patience.
I was taught to be patient with others, but I'm forced to be patient with myself.
Frustration that'll kind of like lead to anger, and that's more so what I experience when I'm being impatient.
I'm a lot calmer than I used to be. We don't even have to be moving that fast in life, just in general.
Slow down, Tito Dan!
Get on my motherfucking face.
Please. Push the goddamn button. Action.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Hola.
Y'all are so dry. What's going on? All right. The question today that I had was, is patience a pathway to peace? And so the reason why I had this thought process is, well, where do I begin? So yesterday I realized that I needed to be patient with some more stuff, and I was annoyed about that, okay? I'm going to be honest. And I was like, I need to practice patience, blah, blah, blah. That's how I felt. And then this morning, when I was doing my morning pages, I was like, I'll be looking for a quick fix, a quick fix for stuff. And that's just like what I've always done. But I realized in the long run, it has cost me more when I do a quick fix in the long run versus being patient and just taking my time to do stuff. So that was actually after I did a meditation that Damani actually created, and then we did a meditation on Headspace for patience. And after we finished doing the patience meditation, I looked outside. I was like, it's so peaceful out there. And then I just was like looking around my space. I was like, it's so peaceful here. This is beautiful. I like this. I don't want to get out of bed. And so then I was thinking like, is patience the way that you actually get to having actual peace in your life? What are you guys' thoughts?
I think patience might be a piece, but I think acceptance is how you get to peace.
Okay. What about you?
I think patience most likely is the way, because I think patience, it involves you being accepting of everything and how things are. So I think it's both of them, but I think patience ultimately holds acceptance in it.
All right. So according to Google, because y'all know I attempted to do a deep dive. I did. I didn't have the time. I had time. I did not make the time because I wanted to do my hair. I'm going to be honest. So, but I did get the definitions for patience and for peace, right? So let us look. Patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. That's first definition. The second definition is any of various forms of card game. Okay.
Yeah, that says British English.
Never mind. We're going to skip the second definition. But peace is freedom from disturbance. And it also says tranquility. It's a state or period in which there is no war or war has ended. And it's also used as a friendly greeting. That's informal English.
Peace.
Wouldn't it be a salutation?
Peace, peace.
Okay, all right.
My bad. I see inflections.
Yeah.
I said the bye. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace, peace.
Okay.
It's different.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's what patience is and peace is. And like you did say, well, kind of like both y'all said, you mentioned acceptance, and you also mentioned that patience kind of holds acceptance. And patience is actually the capacity to accept or tolerate these things. So, do you feel like you have you live a peaceful life? Do you feel like you have a lot of peace in your life currently?
I think so. I'm working my way to more peace. How am I doing that? Lessening my workload.
How you doing that?
If it feels like work, throw it away.
What about you?
Yeah, I think my life is generally peaceful. I think the times where I don't feel peaceful, it'll deal with either comparison or me not liking where I'm at. And I think that's usually when I don't feel peace. But if I'm just by myself or if I'm just doing something that I enjoy doing, I'm typically at peace and I feel like I'm in that space a lot. Or at least a lot more than I used to be. But now I'm a lot more aware of when I'm completely away from that and I'm like, this is annoying. What about you?
For me, I feel like I have been longing for peace more recently. I don't feel as though I feel like I have peaceful moments, but the totality of things right now don't feel very peaceful for me. And some of it has been because I've been wanting to rush through things or I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff and then none of it gets done because I'm so exhausted and it just makes me feel not at peace. So yeah, I think that I've been longing for peace as of late. I've noticed even when I'm like asking myself what do I want, the first thing that pops in my head has been peace. I just want some peace, just some quiet. I want a little bit of sensory deprivation sometimes, just some silence, darkness. But I also like sunlight, guys. But, just saying. Okay, so we took some quizzes because there have actually been studies about peace and tranquility and like how their correlation to each other. So the little bit of information that I have about that is like, okay, and then we'll go over our quiz answers. So this is according to Google because yeah, like I said, I didn't do a deep dive like I initially wanted to. So there's a strong positive correlation between peace and patience, as patience is a direct pathway to achieving peace. I found this after I had asked myself that question. Okay, I didn't look at this before my morning pages.
Of course you didn't. Came right to you.
I didn't.
Didn't Google it first.
The universe brought it to me.
And delivered.
After I had the question.
That's all! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So cultivating patience helps reduce stress, frustration, and worry, which are the primary obstacles in inner peace. By accepting situations and being present instead of doing, patience allows individuals to find a sense of calm and contentment regardless of external circumstances. And then it lists more about how patience leads to peace. You guys can do your Googles. It pops up with the little AI thing. I don't know how accurate it is, so do your due diligence. So my question is, before we actually go over the quizzes, before y'all took the quiz, did y'all think or feel like you were a patient person?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty patient.
Yeah, I think I am as well. I mean, people have told me I'm patient. I never viewed myself as super patient, but people have told me, they're like, yeah, you got so much patience, and I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. That's how I've always felt about it. Like I'm just chilling.
Do you feel like you're more patient with yourself or with other people?
Other people. I think I'm definitely a lot more patient with other people than me. I think for me, it's my money and I need it now. That's how I feel most of the time. So, but I think I'm working on being more patient, and even just through me doing a lot of like the patience meditations, just me seeing and recognizing what that feels like is so eye opening. Because I thought I was patient before. But now I'm seeing I have so much room for more.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, I was taught to be patient with others, but I'm forced to be patient with myself. Elaborate. Growing up, it's like you taught to have patience with others, like whether that be in school, working, professionalism, and things like that. So you're taught to give people grace, but everything that I actually want to do, involves me being patient with myself. So I'm forced to learn how to be patient with myself to get the result that I actually want.
Is that how you think I sound?
We could run it back and see how close I was, but I wasn't even imitating you.
Oh, okay. Either way, elaborate. Oh,
It's just the voice of reason.
Yeah,
okay.
that might be the voice in my head.
Oh, okay.
That's why I record so high, cause
That is not why you record so high.
what?
Oh, you said because that's the voice in your head. I got it.
What about you?
You got 2 questions to answer.
Mm.
Do you think you're patient? And
Oh, do I think? Okay. Before taking the test, I felt like I was a lot more. I feel like I was a lot more patient than I used to be. And do I feel like I'm more patient with myself or others? I'm definitely a lot more patient with others, and maybe that's why I felt like I was a lot more patient than I used to be. And I think I am. I do actually think that I'm a lot more patient than I used to be. Yes.
The question was, did you feel like you were patient? Not more patient than you used to be.
Wow.
Just yes or
I
no.
think it's some in there.
Oh, so no, not that patient. Not that patient. Kind of patient, but not that patient. Got you.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
in there. It's mixed in. It's in a bunch. It made it in there. You know. They mixed it with some chemical X. And you got me. All right. Let's go over our scores. So we took this quiz.
Don't you got another question to answer? Oh,
I
no,
sound
she
more
answered the question.
patient
My
with
bad,
other
my bad,
people
my
than
bad, my bad, my
myself.
bad. Pardon me.
Yeah, I think I'm more patient with other people. So we took this quiz on proprofs.com. I put it in the link of the live. I'll put it in the description of the video when we do post it. And this quiz was 10 questions about patience. And I'll just give y'all my results first because usually they have better results than mine. So mine said room for growth is what I got. It says your patience could use some work, but that's totally okay. You know, embrace the journey of improvement. Try meditation or mindfulness to cultivate calmness. Remember, patience is a skill you can develop with practice. You've got this. That's what I got.
Mine was room for growth, too.
Oh, okay. What was yours?
Room for growth.
Perfect.
Oh,
I'm perfect.
Yours is room for growth?
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that y'all both got room for growth. Maybe it's because it wasn't actual, like, score.
Well, maybe because we're not as patient.
As y'all think y'all are?
No, as society tells us that we are. I don't have the patience of Job. I don't.
Yo, somebody said that to me, and then I looked up with how much Joe was. I was like, you gotta send that back. Don't do that to me. No. Nah, we leaving early.
Okay.
What?
So after taking the quiz, did you feel some type of way? Because y'all said y'all feel like y'all are real patient.
I said pretty patient. But no, I think that was accurate. It's room for growth.
Okay.
I don't want to be patient. I think I'm in a nice space of patience.
What's patient?
Like how the questions was like, would you wait all day? Or like one of the questions was, how long would you wait for a friend to go to see a movie?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the answers was, I don't have to see the movie.
Word. What y'all put for that one?
30 minutes.
Yeah, I think I did 30 minutes.
I think I did 10. Because I had questions. So I was like, do they already know we going to the movie? Did they know I was on my way already? Like, because if you know I'm on my way, I hit you with the I'm on my way text, then why you not already ready?
See, I thought about it like I'm thinking about my actual friend group, and I'm thinking if I'm waiting 30 minutes, that means I missed 30 minutes of this movie. And I'm gonna be upset if I paid and now I missed 30 minutes of an hour and a half long movie. I'm missing out on character development. I don't even know. I came in, somebody already died. I'm like, oh man, who is that?
Yeah.
Stomp the yard.
Yeah, for real.
Miss 30 minutes to stomp the yard. You think you watching a different world?
What? Crazy.
It's just college. Patience.
Yes, you ain't doing the edits.
I know.
Okay. So there was another question. It was about if you would wait all day for your favorite celebrity is in town.
I said an hour, I think.
Yeah, I think I said an hour or two.
Yeah, I think I said an hour for that.
I
An
thought I
hour
said
tops.
what I need to wait for. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, I was thinking about it though, because I was like, I'm probably not going. Like I thought that would be an option, but it wasn't. And I was like, well, if I'm there already, I really had some follow-up questions. Like, if I'm there already, then maybe I will.
Who y'all waiting an hour to go see?
Michael Jackson come back from the dead. Anybody else? Any other celebrity? I'll wait to see Denzel.
I was gonna say I'll wait an hour to see
Ooh,
Denzel.
I would wait an hour to see Denzel.
Respectfully, that's what I was thinking.
He might be the only person.
Shout
out Denzel.
Come on.
Friend of the pod. Talk to us.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like Brandy, since they just had a concert out here. I was like, bye. Like, maybe I've already bought the ticket for the meet and greet, right? If I bought it, I paid for it, I'm gonna wait. But yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
I was thinking that I thought about a meet and greet as well, because I'm like, that's really the only scenario in my mind, or if I'm going to an event that they're hosting, that I'm gonna wait an hour
to see them.
To see somebody.
It's like my purpose is to see you at that point.
Yeah, or a concert, because I paid to go see you at this concert.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, or never mind. I was gonna say I'm surprised y'all ain't say like Lauryn Hill or something, but I wouldn't. Waiting an hour, it might be like 3 hours waiting for.
I mean, sometimes she don't be showing up to her shows.
Yeah.
But if it's like they were spotted in the airport, I'm gonna walk on by.
Yeah, I'm not.
I ain't waiting for that. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I want to hear about the scenarios. But I also am like, is that indicative of patience, or is that indicative of how badly I actually care to see this person in this moment?
I mean, technically, based off the question, it has to do with patience, but I don't think it has anything to do with patience. Like, my reason for not waiting isn't because I'm not patient. Because I don't. This is just because I don't care to see celebrities like that. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not about to sit down and have. If I wait out here we might sit down and have dinner and chop it up. But if I'm waiting out here for you, it's probably 100 other people out here waiting for you. And I mean,
1,000.
I think they want to see you more than I want to see you. So let's not mess up anybody else's opportunity who really wants to see you.
So it seems like patience can also be determined based on like your value system. So like what you might be patient for in this area, you might not be patient for it in another area. I know one of the questions was about being at a coffee shop, and you notice that there's a long line, and they asked what would you do. For me, I said I would check the pace of the line.
That was an option. Yeah, I don't remember seeing.
I think we took different tests, or they gave us different questions.
I was gonna say though, I don't even really remember a coffee shop. I remember the bank.
Yeah, mine was a bank.
Bank?
Yeah, it was like you're at a long line.
Oh, I was like, when was the last time I went in a bank? Why am I in the bank? Am I there to see a banker? If I'm there to see a banker, I might wait longer. But if I'm just there to see a teller, I might be 10 minutes and I'm gone.
And I personally said, if I'm at the bank in person, I need to be there. So
yeah, I wait an hour.
But I was like, no, if I'm at the bank, there's clearly a reason why I'm at this bank. So this has to be an emergency, because there's, you know how many other banks I could be, like there's ATMs everywhere. Like, why am I going physically to the bank? There has to be something wrong. So I'm going to have to wait for as long as I need to wait. Yeah. That's how I processed it.
I processed it as I'm going to wait an hour. If the line not moving within this hour, I'm going to another bank.
I processed it as, am I there to see a banker, or am I in the teller line? Why am I here? I just had follow-up questions, and I was thinking of my time as a banker, and I was like, I'll probably wait like an hour, and then if I'm there for an emergency, I guess that would be different. So, but there was one about being in a line for a coffee shop.
It might have been. I might have put like 10, 20 minutes. But right now, I'm thinking about it. How long would I wait in line for the coffee? I don't drink coffee, so maybe for what, a croissant?
Tea.
Or
Yeah,
for
or
tea?
croissant.
For tea or
Hot
croissant?
cocoa.
It's like I got other questions. Is it a weekend? Do I have nothing else on my schedule?
I had that question
You know,
forever.
so-
Almost all these. Do I got something else to do? Because that's going to determine really if I'm waiting in this line or not.
Yeah, I think all of these are context dependent, and I think in general, our patience is usually, it just depends on how willing are you to wait for the thing that you said you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for a lot of the stuff that they listed, I'm not willing to wait that long for that. Like, if it's something else, okay, cool, I'll wait for it. But it also depends, like kind of like you said about your values. Like some people would wait in line for sneakers. I'm not waiting in line for no sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
That was just never gonna be me. But
Breeze might.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might.
He said no.
I did it one time just to experience it. I'll never do it again though. I don't need it that bad.
But yeah, I think like that's like a huge determinant of what you're actually willing to wait for, because I've seen people walk out of grocery lines. I'll wait.
I walked out of grocery lines.
I'll wait because I need these groceries. So like, what else I'm gonna do? But what was you about to say?
I'll say, listen, I know I'm patient. I've watched One Piece. Like, you gotta understand, I could really read. You could read the manga and get the whole story early, but I'm like, I want to wait for y'all to animate it like that. Just thinking about that, it's crazy. Of course, I got patience.
It could be laziness because it's easier to watch than read, but you still reading.
I've read some other stuff. I was like, I actually would prefer to just watch this. That's how I generally feel. It's not laziness in that regard.
How often do you guys find yourself willing to and actually waiting for the thing that you truly want in life?
Every day, I think.
It was every second, every minute. That's what I thought he was about to do.
I was just going to say, I think life is a test of patience.
You think it's a test of patience? So like,
elaborate. No, go ahead. So like what?
So like, do you feel like you're waiting for everything?
Like the stuff that I actually want, like until I get it.
Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself trying to rush that process?
Yeah, but then y'all tell me I gotta re-record the song or rewrite the song, so then we still waiting.
We're back here.
Just want the song to be done.
Yeah. But when it's funny because when you say it like that, it sounds like you don't like the journey. I just want the end result. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know if that's what you feel, but that's what it sounds like.
I love the journey, but mentally, this journey was done. Like, I was done already. I was ready to mix and master. Then I let the council listen, and they said that's not it. So I'm like, hey, yo. That's like when I think Rick Ross told the story about somebody told him he had to rewrite his verse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Kanye.
Kanye told him he had to rewrite it. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Oh, wow.
I rewrote it, though. I appreciate it.
No problem.
But yeah, this wasn't the journey that I foresaw.
Foresaw?
That's not the word?
Foresaw?
Yeah, saw.
Foresaw.
Foresaw is kind of interesting. I don't know.
Foresaw. Add me to the dictionary.
But I said this to you guys before. I think the things that I tell myself in my mind it's going to take so long to do, it ends up taking 5 minutes. If I tell myself it's going to take 5 minutes, it's going to take 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And just knowing that now, it helped relieve a lot of the stress because I'm like, I really don't want to do this. And I'm like, oh, if I really don't want to do this, probably not going to take that long. And it usually doesn't take that long.
So does that help you to be more patient?
Yeah, I think so because I go into it with the understanding like, all right, if I'm very excited about it and I think it can be done very quickly, then I have to take a second and be like, you know what? There's a chance that it's going to take a little bit longer. So let me just kind of surrender. Let it be, and let me work on it until it's done. And let me not look at the time while I'm doing it. and that'll usually help.
Do you feel like that makes for a more peaceful process?
Yeah, because I'm not disagreeing with reality. I'm not trying to tell reality that it take 3 months to make a baby instead of 9. Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to. In most cases, it feels like I'm trying to hot pocket my way to a full blown meal, and it's like just let the meal be made in the time that it needs to be made. Like I can't. I'm not gonna get that full Thanksgiving meal in 5 minutes, no matter how much I try to nuke this in the microwave. Let me just allow it to be however it's gonna be.
Okay. For me, because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, you ain't answer. I think that I'm learning to be more patient with the things that I want, but I realize that I have this pattern of trying to rush through it. At a certain point, I'll be like, all right, this is taking too long, so let's just hurry up. Can we skip to the good part? That has been playing in my head almost every day at some point. When I'm doing something, it'd be like, can we skip to the good part? And the video doesn't skip forward. It's just I have to keep going with what I was doing. So we can't skip to the good part.
You don't like where you are currently?
I do in some ways, but like when it comes to like my job and other things like financially, I'd be like, all right, let's speed this up.
Yeah, I definitely relate to that. I had to stop telling my life that this portion isn't important. Like it's like I'm telling myself that this part of my life isn't important, or this part of my life I need to fast forward. And it's like, nah, this is your life. So let's not ignore the fact that this is your life and stop trying to skip this part of your life because you don't like what it looks like. But again, a lot of patience, at least from how I'm starting to understand it, is just being able to accept, all right, this doesn't look like how I imagined it, but I'm still okay with it. And I'm still able to ride the wave. And I was going to ask you guys, what does impatience feel like to you? Like whether it's like in your body or just in a general sense, like what does impatience feel like to you?
Anxiety.
Yeah, I was going to say rushing, anxiety, and chaos and confusion.
Yeah. I think for me, in my body, I've been noticing, well, it feels a lot more stressful, like rushing. And sometimes in my body, it feels like my heart randomly beating really fast, or it feels like he was saying, like confusion, like I don't really know what to do, or I need to get, it's like a unsafe feeling. It feels unsafe. So I'm like panicking, like I need to get out of here when I'm rushing.
Anxiety. I saw anxiety from that movie.
Inside Out?
Inside Out too. Like at the end, where it was just like it couldn't move. It was just frozen. It was just shaking, and then happiness had to come in and
Give it a hug.
Okay. Pull it out.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
What does it feel like to you?
Similar. I think for me it's more frustration than
that too.
Anxiety. I think it'll be frustration that'll kind of like lead to anger, and that's more so what I experience when I'm being impatient than anxiety. Anxiety is a part of it, but I think it usually starts with frustration. I think and annoyance, like a deep annoyance.
I think mine starts with anxiety, and then that leads to frustration, and then that leads to deep annoyance, which leads to anger, and then it kind of just leads to defeat and surrender, because at that point it's like I don't have nothing left to give at this point. I've exhausted all of my energy. I need to go sit in a corner. So I think that depending on how long I'm being impatient for will determine how many of those phases I actually go through. But it starts with anxiety, because it'll be like a random feeling of like, I gotta get out of here. Like, we gotta speed this up, because we're not safe. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much.
The other test is part of this?
Yeah. So the other test that we took,
Completely forgot about that test.
I almost forgot too. The other test that we took it was about is, are you a calm person? Now, before y'all took this test, did y'all think y'all were calm people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm very calm.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was
Likewise.
calm too. I was like, I'm very calm. I be zen. I be calm. That's what I told myself. All right, so do y'all want to go first with y'all results?
Sure, I can.
Okay.
I scored at 80%. It said you're cool as a cucumber.
Oh.
It says nothing distracts you from the task at hand. You're unflappable and give off an essence of calm in all situations. People look to you to be the level-headed one.
That's very true. They do look to you to be level-headed in most
Situations?
I was about to say situarios.
Situarios is wild.
In most scenarios. How did you feel about your result?
I think it's pretty accurate. Well, based on some of the questions, I wasn't sure what I was gonna get because I was like, none of these would be my response. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna see how it goes. But I think it's pretty accurate.
What about you?
Mine was a 96%.
96?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
You're cold as a blizzard. It's like, nah, mine was a 62%. It says you're a rather calm person. You don't rush to judgment and you try and assess every situation before reacting. But there are still times when you can't help but be worried about things. Remember that taking a step back and refocusing on what's important can help you get through anything.
That's beautiful. How did you feel about your result?
I don't think it's 100% accurate, but based off the explanation, I think it's very accurate. But just off the percentage, based off the questions and stuff, like Damani said, I wouldn't respond this way to any of these. But and some of them I chose by default because this was the only one that
the closest answer to.
Nah, like the character question.
I
don't know any of these characters, so
who the hell is Glendale?
Glendale.
But based off the explanation, I think it's accurate, and I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Well, I got 100%. Okay, I got a 55. Why you do it? I got 55%. They said you're a rather calm person.
Oh, we probably got the same thing.
Yes, actually, it says you don't rush to judgment and you try to assess every situation before reacting, but there are still times when you can't help but be worried about things.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I'm not. I think I'm a lot calmer than I used to be.
All right, funny. Improvement. That's what's important.
Yeah.
1% better every day.
Growth. But that's just like how, like with the questions, there are some questions that I was like, I wish there was I wouldn't do any of these options. Same thing for the patience quiz too. So, how I feel about my results, because I asked you guys how you feel about your results. I think it's pretty accurate. I do think that I did identify most with anger on Inside Out from the list of people that they gave us as the characters. But do you guys feel like what does peace look like in your life right now?
Like physically, or what I would want it to look like?
Like right now, what does it actually look like? Because y'all said y'all feel like y'all have generally peaceful lives.
What I'll say is I feel like I'm generally peaceful. I don't know that my life is always peaceful, but I typically am peaceful in most of the situations.
Interesting.
Right now, peace looks like nothing. Like the act of doing nothing.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wow, that doesn't help me at all. The act of doing nothing? Okay.
Deep couch sitting, relaxing, falling asleep, waking up, deep couch sitting some more, relaxing.
You sound like you just need a vacation.
Yeah, it sounds like a vacation.
Relax.
Yeah, that literally, you're just describing a vacation. I mean, like daily peace. Oh, okay.
Yeah, take time daily to do nothing.
Okay. That's good.
That's
That's good,
my goal.
actually. I think
Working
that's
out be mad peaceful too. Like completing the workout. Like once the workout is done, woo, I'll be at peace.
So you find peace in working out.
Completing the workout. I enjoy working out, but the peace comes after the storm.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say for me, it's specifically when it comes to working out, it'll be somewhere in the middle of me doing the workout. I'll feel a level of peace. It's usually not at the end. I'm just I'm glowing at that point. But in the middle, it might be in the middle of me doing a rep, and I'll put the weight down. I'm like, yeah, that's what I needed. This is good. And I think now that I'm thinking about this, I kind of wanted to ask you guys: do you feel like peace is the release of tension? Because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like anytime I'm releasing the tension, I found peace.
I say yeah, kinda, because this morning when I felt peace, I just felt like very relaxed. Like there was no tension in my body. Everything was just quiet and still, and it just felt like I could breathe finally. Like when you do the exhale, you just exhale and everything just. That's what I felt like. But it was for an extended period of time. And then we had to go grocery shopping. But to speak to kind of what... Oh, did you have a response to that?
What was the question?
Do you feel like peace is a release of tension?
I think so.
That's all you got? Okay. I was going to say, backtracking a little bit to speak to what you guys were talking about like finding peace and working out. My peace generally comes on the days that I remember I don't need to work out. Those are the most peaceful moments for me. I don't know if you guys ever felt that. By golly, really gets me going.
So I mean, we kind of all define like what peace feels like for us, right? You answer that, I think. What is peace?
I mean, I just answered it based off of this morning. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Well, then I was gonna ask, what does patience feel like for you guys?
Slow motion.
The sloth from what was it, the zoo animal thing?
Yeah, Zootopia.
Zootopia. They got the second one now.
So patience for me, yeah, sometimes it feels like when I'm actually practicing patience, because honestly, I feel like I'm moving in slow motion when I'm being impatient. But when I'm actually practicing patience, everything just feels like a lot calmer and happier. Like it doesn't feel like there's a weight pulling me down. I just feel like I'm just here. It feels like I'm present when I'm being more patient.
I agree. Present. And not in a rush to get anywhere. So it's like I can enjoy this moment because I'm not trying to get anywhere. But in being patient, I get exactly where I'm trying to go when I'm not being patient. It's weird.
Wait, what?
Like, in this moment, if I wasn't being patient, I'm not being patient because I'm trying to get somewhere. But the only way to get to this somewhere, the most efficient way and quickest way for me to get to this somewhere is to be patient.
Yes. They had mentioned that in one of the studies that I had looked at and then closed the tab on. It was too long. I didn't feel like reading.
It's crazy.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Patience. I didn't have it.
Yeah, I think for me, patience. I think it's a lot of that too. It also, as of late, patience has felt like observation, like just being willing to wait to see what actually happens instead of making up something in my head. And it's funny because in my head, I'm also thinking of patience. Like you guys ran track before. One of the things they tell you to do is to just wait till you hear the sound of the gunshot, right? But so if you're not patient, you'll jump the gun. But if you actually wait for it and you hear it, then now is the time. Like once you hear the shot, now it's time for you to run all the way, and now it's time you can go all the way. But before then, if you start trying to do stuff before you're physically able to do it, you end up false starting. You might mess around and fall. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that just doesn't work. And it's like you're almost waiting for the window for you to go all in. That's what it feels like now. It's like I can go all in and go do 100% once the window is open and once the shot rings. But before then, I'm just waiting for that moment.
I will honestly say that I feel like I've had a lot of false starts in life because I was jumping the gun. Like I was watching instead of listening. Like I wasn't being patient, so I wasn't doing what was necessary for me to actually be patient, for me to do this in a way that would actually push me forward or to get through the window, as you were saying, in the right time. Even if you think about it in the terms of double dutch, like waiting to jump in, like you got to wait until your opening is there, till both ropes, one is up, one is down. Like you got to know exactly when to hop in. But if you're not patient, the ropes is going to smack you. And that has happened quite a time.
Yeah, I never really got the double dutch. I would see the girlies do it, and I'd be like, man, y'all got it. Every time I see it, I just look like slaps. Dang,
them
that look
ropes
painful.
hurt.
Django.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the heck is?
They hurt.
How do y'all get the timing? That's how I was always feeling. But hearing you describe it, it's almost, and you were saying like you weren't listening, you were watching, which was like a cool difference, because if I'm going back to like the track analogy, if I'm trying to watch the guy shoot the
gun, you're going to see him press the button before you hear the sound.
And you're like almost anticipating instead of
waiting.
actually watching for when it hits. So it's just interesting that you said you were watching instead of listening.
Yeah, because they used to tell us, don't watch them. Listen for it. Don't watch it. So, but I feel like that is happened a lot for me in life because I've been rushing things. And then I'm like, dang, why didn't that work? And not realizing that, oh, you just rushed it. If you just would have waited for an extra 2 seconds, it would have been time for you to go. Or, you got a false start and you injured yourself. So, like, you moving too fast, just slow down. We don't even have to be moving that fast in life, just in general.
Slow down, Tito, damn!
Is that my whole curve?
He would have missed his own curve if he would have been going too fast. You got to slow down.
Rest in peace, Tito.
Come on, rest in peace, and Michael.
And Michael, yes. But yeah, I think that's been a huge thing in my life.
I got a question.
I might have an answer.
When did Tito die?
I think it was this year.
Oh wow!
It was either this year or last year.
That's crazy.
It was fairly recent.
Rest in peace to Tito. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think now that you said that, I don't think I knew that either. I mean, that's not supposed to be a funny moment, but I don't think I knew it until you point out like Tito. Like,
yeah, it was Tito.
Wow.
Tito.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But back on track. I thought you had a question about.
I was just like, huh?
The topic.
It's crazy. Life's short. Be patient. Be calm.
You know what else is cool about patience that I've learned is that the more patient you are, of course, the more you get a chance to see. But it's almost like life gives you so much more.
Yeah, life is easy
when you're patient. It's just like before you were looking at the world in black and white, and then now you're patient, and it's like, oh, all of this color, like what the heck is that? And that's what has been happening for me. It's like there's so many more details that I'm getting a chance to see because I'm more patient.
Yeah, I think that when I'm more patient, I can see more. I can also feel more. It's easier to pay attention to stuff, including myself, because I feel like when I'm rushing and I'm being impatient, I also lose track of me. Like whether it be my feelings or like how my body is feeling, just wanting to pay more attention to actually what's happening here, And I think that's why a lot of times when you start overworking or getting overwhelmed, it's like you don't realize it until the last minute because you're no longer paying attention to what's happening in your mind, your body, and your soul. You're just trying to work against time. So after talking through everything and taking the quizzes, do y'all feel like patience is a pathway to peace, or is the pathway?
I think yes, patience is certainly a pathway to peace. It might be the pathway to peace. But I don't have that exact answer. Have to be a little more patient to find out.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I think I don't know if there are a bunch of different ways to peace, but I know that patience is definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
So because the more patient I am, the more peaceful I end up being in scenarios that don't call for peace at all. This doesn't call for no level of peace. Like we need to be rage and thunder and right this second. But the more patient I am, I'm like, you know what, okay. Like this may not require. I may not need to do that. Like the situation may require it, but it may not require it for me. So let me just chill out, and stuff usually ends up working itself out. And like we talked about earlier, the more patient you are, it seems like the faster things start to happen for you in your benefit. The less patient you are, it's like things feel like they fighting against you.
Yeah, I feel like in a way, patience allows you to not work against time. Because I feel like even though we know that time is a construct, I feel like in a lot of ways we feel like we have to race the clock with everything that we do. And I've been learning to work with time instead of work against time. And I think it's actually been helping me to be more patient with things, because to know that time is an ally. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Y'all ain't like that? It was a little iffy. It was shaky. But
Shaky, you.
but yeah, I think that I agree with what you guys said. I think that patience is, I don't know if it's the only pathway, but I do know it is a pathway to peace. And from what I even just experienced today of being more patient throughout the day, I did get a lot more done than I expected. And I also was just able to just be present and enjoy every moment of my day. So I'm grateful for that. Do y'all got any final thoughts on peace, patience, all of the things?
Live life, soul, brother.
I thought you were about to say live, laugh, love.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Grae Area Podcast.
Grae.
Yes.
Make sure y'all are practicing patience in your lives. And see what that does for your everyday experience. Don't forget to comment below. Let us know what your thoughts are. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.
Ding.
I am Shaquaya D.
About mind breathing in the ear.
It's your boy Damani.
And also, check out the links in the description. Our Patreon link is down there. So join our Patreon for our live content, as well as check out our music. We got music out, y'all. So make sure you stream our music, download it, buy it, whatever you feel like doing. We appreciate y'all support regardless. And most of all, if you like this episode, you're going to love the one that's linked up on the screen. We'll see y'all next week. Bye!
Adios.
Stay blessed. Stay black, people.
You say what?
Know yourself. Know your worth. Jukebox, hit me with another jam. Get on my face. Get on my motherfucking face.
Please.
Push the goddamn button.